we go. Saturday, November 5th. And it is raining like a mofo outside. Big nor'easter, they're saying. Supposed to snow later tonight, too. That'll be fucking wonderful. Hope everybody's well. I want to talk about a couple of little things today. One being how bad this year has sucked. And we all know it's a pandemic, but that's not what I really want to talk about. In the last 2 weeks, I have gone to 2 funerals. One being this morning. My sister-in-law's mom passed away. Very sad, wonderful lady. Very sad. And last week was my uncle who passed away. And you know, I'm sitting in the church last week's and today, and I'm looking around, and it just, you look around and you see all these masks. Everyone's got a mask on. The priests have a mask on. The piano player, everybody has a mask on. And I had to think, what in the hell is this world come to? What happened to our simple go about your life every day and don't worry about catching some violent virus? Yeah, I mean, we always had a chance of getting the flu, but that's something we've lived with since we were kids. But now we got to worry about getting this coronavirus thing, and everybody's paranoid. It's just unbelievable to see this, that everywhere you go, everybody's got a mask on. You can't see the expression. I mean, I'm at a funeral. It's sad. Yeah, you can see the people are crying, family and friends, but you can't see their face. You can't even express your sorrow to these people, even with a facial expression, because they can't see you. They can't see your face. What the hell is going on? We need to get back to some sort of normalcy in our lives. You know, at my uncle's funeral, couldn't have a wake, so you know you couldn't go see him for the last time. Had to have a funeral mass. Go to the cemetery. You can't even go in the chapel. You got to do it outside, either graveside or, thank God it didn't rain at my uncle's, so you could do it outside of the chapel. And he was a military veteran of the Korean War, and so it was Air Force. So there was an Air Force honor guard with the 21 gun salute and the bugle, and it was a very nice ceremony. But you couldn't go near anybody. You couldn't go near my cousins, his children. Just pat him on the back and hug him, and because you're paranoid. You know, they live in other states and they came here, you know, obviously for their father, and you can't do anything. You can't do anything. You can't even have a proper final send-off for a family member because of this virus. Same thing today, you know, pouring rain outside, it still is, and you know, after the funeral mass, my mom came with me, and we just left because they were only going to go to the cemetery and couldn't even do an outside chapel because of the pouring rain. And you know, you can't, after funerals, you know, everyone gets together somewhere for a brunch or lunch, and you know, you celebrate the life of the person lost, and you can't do that. So everybody goes their own way, you know. Okay, thank you for coming. See you later. And it just doesn't feel right. It doesn't, and it just, I don't know what struck me today, but when I was sitting in the church and I'm looking around, and it's the mask thing, you wonder, is this the way that our lives are always going to be from now on? Are we always going to have to go out in public with a mask on? I guess all you can hope for is this vaccine. I talked about this before, but it's so people start getting it, and all you can hope for is just that it works. And then one day, when all is said and done, and people start getting it like a regular flu vaccine, then we can go back to a normal life. Because this is sad. You can't even enjoy your life anymore. All you can do is get up in the morning, go to work all day. On the way home, if you're gonna stop at a store, market, or whatever, and you come home. That's it. That's it. You can't do anything. You can't go out. You can't gather. You can't celebrate anything. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, whatever. You can't do anything. And it seems that every other day you're hearing about somebody else who's got it, somebody you know. I heard this morning that a friend of my stepson's, his girlfriend has it, and it's like, what the hell? And people aren't even doing anything. These kids, they're not going anywhere. They hang out with a small group, so now the other kids got to quarantine, and we got to keep taking them and get tested. I mean, come on, this thing is so bad, and it's gotten to a point where you just don't know where to turn. And I don't know. I'm hoping that this vaccine thing does something, even though I'm very skeptical of it. But it's just life as we knew it is no more, and we need to do something. This country needs to turn around. We need to get back to some form of life. Because how can, especially younger kids, my children, I have a senior in high school, my older daughter's in college, they're doing it online. These kids are having no social experience at school. My daughter didn't have a junior year in high school because that's when the thing started. She had no junior prom, so now this being her senior year, and she's involved with the flag corps at the high school. They perform during football and whatnot. They have practices, but there's no football. They had one quick performance for the parents a couple of 3 weeks ago. We went and watched them. But she wanted to get involved this year. Spirit Week, pep rally, homecoming. Can't do anything. Will these kids even have to have a senior prom? Will they even have a graduation? I mean, you got to feel for them. I mean, I wasn't a fan of high school, to be honest with you. But you got to go. I mean, being a senior is like you wait for it because it's like you're on the final countdown. You wait to be a senior just to do whatever. As a senior, you're running the school now. And you can't do anything. So my heart goes out to these kids, especially my stepson and my daughter, because this is it, their final hurrah, if you will, in school before they go off to college, if they so choose to. But I don't know, even daily life in general, it's just not the same. Everybody's paranoid. You go to a supermarket and people are just, it's like they're walking around like zombies. Everybody's scared. They don't want to reach for something on the shelf if somebody's standing there. I've been to the market like several times in the last month, and there's these little old ladies, they're in the aisles, they're trying to reach for something, they can't, so I offer to reach, and they move away like 10 feet from me so I can reach what they want up on the top shelf. What the hell is this? People are so scared that they're going to come down with this virus that they're doing whatever they can just to stay away from everybody and everything. But you have to go and do your basic, You need things. You have to go out. You need to. You got to go out. Bottom line, how can you just stay home nonstop, especially a retired person? My mom is retired. She's been retired for quite a while, and she was always going somewhere, running around here and there with her friends and breakfasts and dinners and trips, and all she does is sit in the house, afraid to go anywhere other than the pharmacy, the doctors, to get her hair done. You got to get the hair done, God forbid. Um, it's just unbelievable. And I guess I was thinking about it more so today with seeing the masks, and because it's holidays, Christmas time is around the corner. Is there going to be a Christmas? Or are we going to go through the Thanksgiving thing? Because there was no Thanksgiving as far as I'm concerned. Nobody could do anything. Yeah, I'm sure people had, their celebrations, but it's just not the same. The joy is not there. The excitement with the little, my kids are grown adults and teenager, but still, they love that kind of thing, and you can't see the happiness in their faces because they want to go with their friends. They want to look what I got, look what I'm doing, this, and they can't do anything because even everybody else, all their friends, parents, everybody's on the same page. They don't want the kids to go out. They don't want them to do anything because they fear they're gonna get sick. So now that this year's winding down, all we can ask for and hope for is that 2021, something's gonna happen, something good. Something good has to happen. We need to have some form of normalcy back in our day-to-day lives, because people are depressed. They're just, I'm fucking miserable anyways. Anybody who knows me will attest to that. But I'm me, I don't give a fuck. But you can't, nobody's happy. How can you be happy when you can't have a life anymore? You can't go to a bar, you can't go to a restaurant, you can't go to a club, you can't go bowling, to a movie, you can't go watch a hockey game at the Dunk. You can't do anything because everything's canceled. It's like your life has been canceled from March of 2020 up until today. Our lives were canceled. And a lot of us had to work, and we still continue to. And a lot of people suffered and lost jobs. And it's just awful. It fucking sucks. And I don't know why I let it bother me today, but it did. I guess just seeing my sister-in-law and her siblings, how sad that their mom passed away, and they couldn't even be with her. She was in assisted living, and they couldn't even be there. So she passed away, and there was nobody there. Nobody but the workers at this place. Same with my uncle, God rest his soul, and the lady today. He was alone in the hospital, and he passed away with no family surrounding him. That's just wrong. It's wrong. And I give a lot of credit to these nurses and nursing assistants and doctors, and they're in there day in, day out, taking care of these sick people. They're basically becoming the families of the sick people because their own blood families cannot go in to see them. So, I'm going to continue to do what I do, which is not a hell of a lot. But it just really bothered me today. It struck me because of all the sorrow, and again, you look at someone who just lost a loved one, and you can make a sad face and like, I'm sorry, but you can't even do that. They can't see you. You can't express whether you're sad, whether you're happy, nothing. You just gotta, I don't know, you pat them on the back, You know, you walk by them, you're gonna nudge their elbow. It's just wrong. And I know there's no easy fix to it. But let's just hope that 2020 brings some good to us, to this country, to this world. Because we have to go on, we have to live every day. And it needs to get better. So I guess my message here today is, yeah, we're all sad, miserable. Some are depressed, some aren't. But we got to go on every day. We got to make the best of it. So let's just try to do that. Be there for your families, your friends. Reach out and, you know, just check on people and make sure people are right, because it's, you never know. This thing is bad and people are dying. And when family members pass away and you can't even be there with them, and then you can't give them the proper final send off or a wake or you know, just so people can go say goodbye, it hurts. It hurts a lot. And I'm hoping that things get better after the holidays and into 2021. Anyways, that's my little chat for today. I was just thinking about it this morning, so I just wanted to talk about it quick. So I hope everyone is doing well, is feeling well, and enjoy your rainy and hopefully not snowy Saturday. And we will see you soon. My name is Chris, and this is my little podcast I like to call No Limits. If you're watching this and you like what I'm talking about, if you like some of my content, I'd appreciate if you subscribed. If you have any friends who might be interested, maybe ask them to subscribe too. If you want to drop a comment, and I'll be back with you soon. Have a great weekend.